next step on your health. As a fitness health, I will share with struggle, optimism, and impacts of fitness and health. Guests who've overcome this working through today's topic and get by to your journey.
We're invincible.
I was scheduled for a knee replacement, and I picked up the phone. It was a Thursday morning for my surgery, and I picked up the phone like on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I just said I'm going to postpone it. And I couldn't even bend my right leg. Couldn't even. It was so swollen all the time.
What, 2 days beforehand?
2 days beforehand.
What made you change your mind, or what was it?
I was thinking, he told me every 10 years, just about, based on your life expectancy, that your knee gets worn out and you'll need it. And I said, there has to be something I can do. Mm-hmm. And I think God was just speaking to my heart and telling me, you can do this. Let's look at some other alternatives first. Because it was just so quick. I went in, I had it cleaned out, 6 months then went by, and then it was the surgery because my leg, she would come home and see me dragging my leg. I mean, I couldn't even bend it.
Icing it was so swollen.
And she would say, are they really going to be there for you when your leg is gone? She would tell me things. And I'm like, but I've got to go teach. But anyways, long story short, I didn't get the surgery. And then I was just pushing green tea. And then I started to listen to my daughter and started to study yoga and fell in love with yoga. And my leg is perfectly fine, thanks to God and my green tea.
God and the green tea.
Exactly. My leg, and I teach low impact now, dance and cardio. I don't go high impact, but I still teach it. I don't have any pain. And the only time I see pain is when I take in sugar. If I go to a party, I have a piece of wedding cake, 2 pieces of wedding cake,
Depends on the night.
Yeah, then I know I'm going to pay for it the next day. And I literally, like a little bird, I always say their little feet can curl up. Mm-hmm. My hands curl up just like that in the morning. And so,
for those people who don't know what rheumatoid arthritis is, can you give them an overview?
It's an inflammatory disease that attacks your joints and swells and pain. And I started this apparently in my late 20s. And it's hereditary for some people. You don't have to, but it runs in my family a lot. I didn't realize it when I did my background historical check. My mother didn't have it, but my grandmother and my grandfather had it. My aunts had it, and several other aunts still say they have it. And, I hear them always hurting and complaining. And then when I sit down with them at a family gathering, I do not say to them, it's the pan de huevo that you're eating that's going to make you, it's that Mexican bread that they're eating. And they're in so much pain, but it's the diet. It's all the diet that they're eating. It's just so much flour that turns to sugar that attacks the joints the next day. The gluten.
And it's rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease, which is like 100% inflammatory. So when you talk about the sugars and the bread and the wheat and all of that, all of those can be inflammatory in your body. So people with rheumatoid arthritis, or me like with MS, or other autoimmune diseases, it is inflammation that is causing all the symptoms. So when you change your diet and you cut out the things that are inflammatory, and then you crowd in good things like the green tea, and I make bone broth that weeks Diana out. She cannot do. I made the mistake of posting a picture on Facebook of my.
Well, it weirds me out too when you post a picture with chicken feet on the stove. It's my dog's favorite snack, but it's weird to see it in a pot.
And I had bought chicken feet for her dogs for a snack. That's the only reason I had it in the house to begin with. But when I started looking at bone broth recipes, they were using chicken feet. I'm like, hey, I actually have that. But they do say, I know this weird you out, but they do say that the nutrients in the chicken foot, that part of the chicken body has the most nutrients when it comes to bone broth and anti-inflammatory properties.
Really?
Yes. Otherwise,
that's so interesting.
I know, isn't that weird?
Bizarre.
Maybe trading green tea for the broth as long as I don't see the foot.
You just want to
I'll
see the
remove
finished
all the
product.
chicken feet. So, and it's, it is when you start crowding in the multiple things into your diet that are anti-inflammatory, where you're cutting out all the things that cause inflammation, there where you start seeing the benefits and the results.
Awesome. And it's interesting that both of y'all are on the ketogenic lifestyle. Even though you both have different autoimmune diseases, you've both seen massive benefits from being on that lifestyle.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. And I think you asked me the question how we evolved into this a long time ago, and it went, but I
love tangents. That's perfectly great.
We did start with coffee, and then we threw in what we were already talking about and practicing at home. And I was like, in Adelaide too, we were like, is this going to work? I mean, this is a small town. Can this work here in a small town? And it has.
I'm so glad it has, because the first time I came here to visit, I was like, there's no Target, there's no Starbucks. What am I supposed to do?
I know.
So y'all are a savior.
A lot of people from surrounding towns, I would say, Martha's one of our, she helps us a lot. She's a very, very good customer here. We have a lot of great customers in Corsicana, but now Waxahachie has found us, Fairfield. They love us, and they're driving and talking back on Facebook, letting people know that we're here, and that really helps a lot in our business, because it's a small business. It's just my daughter and myself here keeping this, and our little helper that comes in to help us also. But
that's good. So how does this affect your husband? Does he also partake in the ketogenic lifestyle?
He's lost 40 pounds without trying.
Wow.
40 pounds.
Without trying. That's everybody's dream.
People see him and they're like, he's lost so much weight. I don't really see it, but I see it, and he used to be a 42. He's a 38
Okay.
in his waist, 36, 38. But what I'm seeing is that this is the crusade for Feed Dad. This is like Feed Dad. Feed, because I tend to be so busy over here, and she's always saying, Mom, what's Dad going to eat, you know?
Because I understand that for almost 30 years, 32 years you've cooked for him. And so when talking to my dad, one of the things with the transition with us being so busy, that he's just like, well, what am I going to eat? You know, and he'll reach for things. And I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that. And he's like, I can cook these, handful of things. I can cook them well, but that's what we're going to rotate on. And so I'm always like, we got to make sure that he's fed. Otherwise, he'll just be reaching for whatever's convenient, and
and his health will go in the wrong direction because y'all are busy.
Exactly. So. The great thing is we've tried it at home. It's not a diet, and it's not a trend. It's a lifestyle.
And interesting that you say that, because that's about the time that I started looking at keto. And Danny was the first one that mentioned keto to me, even before I got pretty sick with my MS, and my chiropractor and Ennis, said keto. And it's about the time I was getting ready to go to Panama for stem cell treatment. And in fact, I might have missed that class because that's where I was going. I remember seeing it on Facebook and thinking, oh, I want to go. And then it wasn't long, and Marty had taught a second class. I think I made it to the third class. But lo and behold, then when I went to Panama, the doctor there is like, keto diet and drink green tea. I was like, whoa.
It's true. Yeah, you were not on the green tea kick until you came back.
Exactly.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to this segment of the Fitness Empowerment Podcast. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, and you want to listen to the full-length episodes, then please head on over to iTunes or SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Outcast, Google Play, Pocket Casts, and all the links will be in the description box below. And I can't wait to see you over on those other platforms for the complete episodes. Thanks so much, and I'll see y'all there. Bye.
We're invincible.